News from the Front Sunday edition, where I tell myself I don't have to talk like this throughout the entire video. Ladies and gentlemen, the man behind me is George W. Bush, the former President of the United States. As ridiculous as it seems today, people thought this person was God's chosen. People thought he was appointed by God to rid the world of evil. And before you say, wow, that's ironic, let me remind you that after 9/11, people had declared irony to be dead because people knew they were going to be saying some crazy stuff. I was going through my old stuff this morning and I came across an article from Time magazine in June 2004. In the article, they asked Americans if they thought that George W. Bush's faith made him a strong leader. Of course, 85% of the Republicans polled said yes, but also 48% of all likely voters. Ladies and gentlemen, we can throw around words and concepts like faith and God and religion, but ultimately it came down to this. After 9/11, America was really messed up, and a lot of Americans really wanted to be on the winning team. The course was set, and a lot of Americans saw the writing on the wall, and rather than fight against the changing system, they wanted to be part of the winning team. And let me declare now, if there's one thing I cannot stand from that era of time I lived through, it was the winning team Republicans. People who were on the left, or at least left of center, that went the other way and became absolutely freaking annoying. Yeah, Johnny Ramone said God bless George Bush during his induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but if you knew what he was about, you weren't surprised. I knew poets, fucking poets, people, who prostrated themselves at George W. Bush and the military power. Why? Because a line was being drawn between the Muslim religion and the Christian religion, and most people decided to side with the people who had the most planes and the most bombs. Even Christopher Hitchens, world-renowned atheist, sided with the white people who had all the planes and all the bombs, even though I don't think he could stand the sight of George W. Bush. Today, most people want to forget they ever put their money on George whatchamacallit Bush. And today, it wouldn't surprise me if he had a whole team of people whose job is to put pictures of him and Michelle Obama on the internet and social media in the hopes that we all forget what kind of terror he brought down on the world. The one advantage people who backed George W. Bush back in the day have: the internet changed a lot between Bush's 2 terms and Obama's 1st term. During Obama's term is when social media really took off. And message boards, blogs, even early social media sites like MySpace were changed and or completely wiped out. So there's a lot of things that went down the memory hole. That's not going to happen with this guy. Trump supporters are starting to back away from what they helped start. People aren't binge-watching Fox News as much as they were even a few weeks ago. And if we all survive World War III, we're going to see a lot of people who claim they never liked Trump that much. But this is not the internet of Bush's reign. I would love to say that all the idiocy going on is going to make us wiser in the future, but the idiocy has been going on for a long time, and it didn't help us during last year's election. But maybe at the end of these 4 years, if there's anything left, we get to tell these people, hey, I saw you then. I saw you 8 years ago. I fucking see you now. Maybe we'll forgive. But if you think we're going to forget this time, no way. We know the reason why too many people voted for Trump and support him even now. If the next 4 years are to matter at all, we can't forget, we can't discard that memory either.